Nancy Ann Martin with Recipes for a Better Body here. I'm going to show you today my secret to making really good scrambled eggs. Alrighty, so let's start off with cracking the eggs. This is a real simple recipe, but they're delicious, and really the trick is in the cooking method, but we got to get everything mixed up first. Now the traditional way of separating an egg yolk, I use a full egg with 3 whites. The traditional way to separate a white is like this, and you go back and forth. However, I found that this is very risky. So I have an egg white separator right here. Now there are different types. You can either hang this on the edge, or with this type, I can just fish the yolks out of there, and that's what I'm going to do. When you do with the, like I just did with passing it back and forth, you run the risk of breaking that yolk. Now I'm going to keep one yolk. However, I don't want to break more than one. If one breaks in the process here, that will be the one that I keep. That is not what I needed to do. You do not have to separate egg whites and yolks for this recipe. I like to do it because it cuts back on my fat and it raises my protein up when I put the 3 whites in with the regular egg. But, there we go. But you may want to eat 2 whole eggs or just 1 egg. That's really not important. This is just how I do it. For me personally, I do better on a high protein diet, particularly when I'm trying to lose. So I'm just going to fish them out there and try to keep the biggest yolk, what I figure is the biggest yolk. I'm going to keep these. I'll show you what I sometimes do with my yolks when we're done. And now, here's something that's delicious. It's not absolutely necessary. Sometimes I don't have cottage cheese. This is a low fat. If I can find skim milk, I usually do that. But I do about a tablespoon for both of these eggs here, which is about 1.5 teaspoons per egg. So if you do 1 egg, you can do 1.5 to 2 teaspoons. And you just whip it up. Get it as mixed as you want those yolks in with the whites. Some people like them streaky. I like them more uniform. So here we are over at the stove. I'm ready to cook my eggs. I've heated it up to about a medium high, or an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, which is how my burner goes. And I sprayed my pan with non-stick spray before I heated it up. If you do it when it's hot, it's going to burn that spray immediately, and you're going to have all sorts of problems with brown eggs and them sticking. So now I'm going to take my mixed eggs. Here's your trick. Pay close attention. And put it in there. And it's going to firm up fairly quickly because that's hot. And I'm going to turn this down to a 2, to right above low. And then I'm going to come over here and very gently with the fork, I'm just going to push that around and loosen up the stuff on the bottom. What people so often do with scrambled eggs is they just mix and mix and mix, and they beat the volume down, and you wind up, it doesn't feel like you're eating as much. And I like a large volume of food, and this just makes it look like there's more on my plate. Additionally, the texture of your eggs winds up better. It's just softer and more moundy if you don't stir them the whole time. So now I think they've probably had a chance to firm up under there some more. And I'm just going to move them around. Just let them sit. And as I see it setting up, I'm just real gently moving it around to get it to cook. See how there's no brown? That's because I'm not over stirring, and I move the heat of that pan down. There we go. These are still looking pretty wet, but that's okay because they'll continue cooking even as I put them on the plate. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn this burner off, all the way off. The heat from the pan is going to keep it cooking, first of all, and warm if there's something else I want to do, like make toast or get my oats out of the microwave, which have been cooking while I'm making this. So while the eggs still look just a little bit moist and damp, I'm going to go ahead and plate them. Whoops. There we go. And in a couple of minutes, when I get my really thick oats over over here, they will be ready to eat. At this point, if you like, you can season them with whatever you want. I usually just do salt and pepper, but whatever floats your boat. So I promised I'd show you what I do with the egg yolks. I don't do this every time, but I do sometimes. Watch. Cassie, do you want egg yolks today? Do you want me to make you some egg yolks, do you? She loves egg yolks, and she watches me. I don't know if you saw when I was videoing. She watches me the entire time that I am breaking eggs, because she knows that that sound means she might get some yolks. I'm going to get a spatula out of here. I don't cook them very much for her. I let them stay runny because this dog eats everything so fast that it forces her to kind of lick it out of the dish. Okay, so here's about how runny the egg yolks are. I'm just going to dump them in there. She's a dog. She doesn't care. She just cares that she gets them. You're going to get some egg yolks? Oh boy! Oh boy! We're going to get egg yolks. I'm going to smash it around in there so that she's forced to lick it up. Okay, stay right there. Stay right there. Okay, you can have your egg yolks. There you go. That's a happy dog. For this recipe and other healthy recipes, please go to our Facebook page, Recipes for a Better Body. You can also stick around for just a minute and copy and paste the links that come up after this. I also want to say, if you could please like this video and leave a comment down there, that would help me, and also would help me to know what people are thinking. Thanks so much, and you have a great week.